All right, so the title of this video is, can you still make $2,000 a week in a mid-tier market? Can you make $2,000? So when I drove full-time in San Francisco from 2016 through 2019, making $2,000 a week was pretty easy, right? They had fat bonuses, they had multipliers surge, and it wasn't a big deal. But things have changed. As Dorothy said in The Wizard of Oz, I'm not in Kansas anymore. I'm in Sacramento, which has notoriously lower rates than San Francisco. And gone are all the bonuses. And gone are the surge. And now we have upfront pricing. So everything's different. So last week I reached out to Harry, the RideShare guy, and said, hey, if I go for making $2,000 in a week, can I make a video about it and write an article? And he said, go for it, young man, go for it. So that's what this video is about. Could I do it? And what did I learn? What was my strategies going into it? And stick around. At the end of the video, I'm going to share with you my most surprising result or discovery from this last week. Hey everybody, it's Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy. And by way of background, San Francisco. Could work a 8 to 10 hour day, make $300, work 6 days, make at least $1,800, and then get a $500 weekly bonus for doing 120 rides with Uber. And that was easy. It was a nice life. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, that's not where we are right now. So let's jump into how do you go about, is it possible to make $2,000 a week in a market, a mid-tier market, such as Sacramento, California? Okay, first, what were my goals? Well, my number one goal was to make $2,000 gross. So before all the haters say, but that's not really what you made, I understand that. You can subtract 10% for gas. That's about what I spent, about $200 on gas in my 2017 Honda Accord Hybrid, which gets excellent gas mileage, and gas prices have come down a little bit. So my first goal, though, was 2,000 gross. Could I make 2,000 gross? My second goal was to stay healthy, okay? Because I knew that after this week, I have a trip to Bangkok scheduled, which is actually now I leave tomorrow night, and I wanted to remain healthy. I didn't want to be lower back pain. I didn't want to have that going into my vacation. So those are my two goals. What was my strategy? Well, my strategy was make $30 an hour and basically drive 70 hours, right? 30 times 70, that's 2,100. So that was kind of the basic strategy. So how can I make $30 an hour consistently driving? So my thought was I would start at 3 in the morning, as I have been on the weekends, and just extend that till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That was my original strategy. And as you'll see, that changed quite a bit as we got into the week. What are the keys to success? So when I started, I said the keys to success were, first, to manage my exhaustion. I had to make sure I got plenty of sleep so that I could maintain 10 hours. I haven't driven 10 hours really since San Francisco in 2019. What I've been doing lately is just a little bit of weekend driving for 5 or 6 hours. So I knew this would be quite a push, especially over 7 consecutive days. Second, I had to manage my diet. I didn't want to be driving with an upset stomach, right? So I really had a nice restrictive diet. I didn't eat heavy at all. And that way my stomach was cooperating through the entire journey. And number 3, I had to relax. It's easy to get a little even overwhelmed thinking about driving for 70 hours in a week. And starting each day, facing 10 hours, I had to relax and just get into it and enjoy what I was looking out at the scenery, enjoy my passengers, and just take my mind off the whole goal thing altogether. Because if I got too amped up about it, that would tire me out more, and then the 10 hours over 7 days wouldn't be doable. Okay, before we get into the final results, I did a little video diary, just about a minute on each of the days to kind of see where I was at. So let's play those right now. Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's 2:40 in the morning. I'm all showered and shaved and got my coffee ready to go, and I'm off. So day one went very well. My goal was to make $180. I made $260. I got lucky. I got a couple of reserved rides, and they were ready to go early. And I also got a woman who requested a cash ride, which paid me about $60 an hour for 2 hours. So that put me up going into today. Today's gonna be my first 10-hour day in a long time. I'm having all these memories of San Francisco. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm just gonna take it nice and easy, and listen to my music, listen to my podcast, enjoy the passengers, and just take it nice and slow, drive carefully, and get through day number 2. I'll report to you again tomorrow morning. All right, take care. All right, so it is day 3. It is 12 minutes until midnight. So what happened yesterday was I drove from 3 until noon. I was cooking from 3 until about 10, actually 9 to 10. And things started to really slow down. And by the time I got to 12, I couldn't even get a ride. So I just came home. So I got $260 in 9 hours. So pretty close to $30 an hour. So what I decided to try as an experiment was to drive from midnight, instead of starting at 3 in the morning, starting at midnight. So I went to bed early, so I got plenty of sleep, and got my coffee. And I'm gonna go out and see what I can do from midnight. I'm really curious to see what happens from midnight to 3, to see if that midnight to 3 is better than 10 to 1 in the afternoon. And then we'll see how that goes. So that's what we're up to. I'm all showered and shaved, and gonna go put some gas in my car, clean off my windshield, and let's listen for some pings. All right. All right. Day 4, yeah? So I've got, so it's Wednesday night at 9:25 in the evening. So yesterday I went out at midnight and drove until 10 and made $275. So I was short of 300. The 12 until 3 was very busy, and I got $100 in that first 3 hours, and I thought, man, this is it. But then it slowed down around 5 o'clock till like 8 o'clock, and just kind of dribbled. So I was disappointed I didn't hit the 300, but I don't want to go past 10 hours. Normally, the last couple of years, I've only been driving like 5 or 6 hours at a time. So going 10, I can really feel as a push. I can't believe there were some days when I went 12, 14, and 16 hours in a day back when I worked in San Francisco. So today I'm trying from 10 p.m. until 8 a.m. and we'll see if I can hit the 300 number. I'm on track. I'm a little bit short. I'm hoping that Friday and Saturday nights will be very busy because those are normal nights that people go out, and I should be able to overachieve at the end. We'll see. All right, so I'm off for 10 p.m. till 8 a.m. and we'll see how we do. Report to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Okay, so today it's a Friday night. I didn't make a video yesterday. I forgot about it. So let's see. So Wednesday night I went out. I started at, I think, 10. Started at 10 and went all the way through till 8, and I got my $300. But there's still like some slow stuff, different times, where it seemed like it would go like a half an hour without a ride. Very frustrating. So then last night I went out at 9 and drove till 7. Actually, I drove till 8 and I got $330. I also on Thursday morning, I got into an accident. I got rear-ended with a passenger in my car. It was my last ride of the day, but I thought, oh no, am I gonna be able to drive now, right? So it was a pretty loud, but when I looked at my car, there was just a few scratches on my bumper, and I had to go through a whole bunch of stuff with Lyft to get my car okayed so that I could log back on the next day. But actually, I gotta say, Lyft's team was great, and they're working on getting the offending party's insurance to pay for my my repairs. So bottom line, we're at $1,400 and I got 2 big nights. So I'm going out really early today at 6 o'clock and I'm going to drive 6 until, I get tired. But I think I'll stay busy this 6 until 9, which will just add another $100 and make it easier to get through the night if there are some slow patches. So that's the plan. 6 o'clock, I'm on the road, and I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow. All right, this is it. The last writing session to reach $2,000. Last night, I started at 6, and I went till about 3:34. Got really tired, dangerously tired, so I stopped. I got to $285. So I was pretty busy from 6 until 9, really up until midnight. I think I was at close to 200 then, and then it started to slow down. So today, my last day, I have a few options. I'm gonna start at 4 o'clock, right? It's about 3:30 right now. I'm gonna start at 4 o'clock and go until midnight and see where I'm at. If I'm close, I'll keep going. Could be I'll come home, take a little 3 to 4 hours sleep, and then hit that, 4 till 8 or 9 in the morning crowd. My preference would be just to go all the way through and hit it. So I'm basically just looking to get to 2,000, which is about $285 more. Okay, so I need a $300 night, and then I've hit my goal. So that's the plan. It was raining. It's stopping, and it's not supposed to rain anymore. So that's good because I don't like driving in the rain, and it'll dry out. Although I can still hear thunder. I don't know if you could hear that, but there's some thunder. So I'll drive very carefully the first hour or two when the ground is wet, and then it'll dry out. Okay. Yes, I got about 5 hours of sleep. I find it, my body's adjusting because it's not used to sleeping during the day. So I got like 5 hours of very deep sleep. And then tomorrow I can kind of go back to my normal routine. Although this switching day and night is actually preparing me for my trip to Bangkok next Tuesday. They're 14 hours ahead, so it's all gonna work out. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, now the final results. So what you're seeing here is a spreadsheet. And the interesting things to look at here is the hours, how they changed throughout the time, how it changed throughout the week. As I said, I started at 3 a.m., but then on Tuesday night, I shifted to 12 midnight. Then on Wednesday, I went to 10 p.m. Thursday, I went to 9 p.m. Friday, I started at 6 p.m. And then Saturday at 4 p.m. And you can see some nights I did very well, and other nights I was a little below. But on average, if you look at the bottom line, achievable goal, the revenue was $2,035, and I averaged $30 per hour. All right, so those were the results. I did it. All right, so the key takeaways here. What are the key takeaways? First biggest key takeaway is that I loved driving at night. What I realized is driving during the day, I'm dealing with a lot of traffic. And I hate sitting in traffic, waiting for lights, waiting for cars. Risky, much more risky than driving at night when there's nobody around. So the nighttime driving makes sense for a couple of reasons. One, there aren't many drivers. Two, I can get to where I'm going faster, right? So I can get more rides in per hour. And three, it turns out I like the night driving. It's kind of an alternate reality. People are a little looser. Obviously, some people are drinking. I don't have to just play like morning jazz. I played some Keith. I had one passenger. I was playing a Keith Richards song called Through and Through, which was in a Sopranos episode. And he said, "Oh, I love that song. It's one of my 2 favorite Keith Richards songs." I said, "Oh yeah? What's your favorite one?" And he told me, and I put it on, and I cranked it up. My car can really belt out the music. And man, we were in classic rock heaven listening to the song together. And he was so happy that he got to experience that. Gave me a really nice tip right away. And anyway, moments like that kind of exemplify the vibe at night. So that was the first biggest discovery. And the second takeaway is that setting an outrageous goal works, right? So I had no idea if I was going to be able to do it. I thought pretty outrageous goal, and I figured it out. You know, I learned, as any creative process, you know, you learn along the way and you make adjustments, right? You trim tab. And none of that would happen if I didn't have this idea, this goal, if I didn't reach out to Harry and say, can we do this? And here we are, making the video and wrapping it all up. And then tomorrow night, I'm off to Bangkok with a little extra money in my pocket. So it all turned out well. So that's it. If you like the video, please give it a check. Let other people, helps other people find it. If you haven't signed up for our blog and our YouTube channel, go for it. It's great content if you're a driver, or if you're thinking about driving. Go out and have a great day. Go tell somebody you love them, and I'll see you next time when I'm back after my visit to Thailand. It's a one week trip, and I'm going to spend it with someone special, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right, be safe out there. Bye-bye.